The amount of moving the goalpost to fit American hegemony and the greater Western powers narrative since this decade began is astounding. We always knew that the United States and their allies and NATO countries wanted to completely control the resources, the power, the land, all of that on our planet. But it was always done very insidious. There was always longer times to manufacture consent. When Russia invaded Ukraine, the world correctly condemned Russia and did everything we needed to do. We banned them. We put sanctions on them. Could we do a lot more? Yes. Since October 7th, there was this whole push to have to manufacture, like, who's the good guy? And, is not real has the right to defend itself. And they pushed that narrative for so long, until the propaganda machine just didn't work anymore. And then we get to Trump. And everyone just thought, oh no, all his jokes about taking over Greenland and Canada and all that, it's just jokes. It's just him being Trump. Why do people take it so seriously? And when he started the fishing vessels in September of last year, it was very much like, oh, these are just one-off situations. It's not really a big deal. These are narco T-birds, and no one should really give this a second thought. The progressives, the people who have been paying attention, have been said, no, it's regime change. It's regime change. He wants to control Venezuela. And then that happens, and everyone's like, oh, well, actually, the guy that was running Venezuela is a bad guy, so this is a better thing, and we should be happy. Canada is part of this Western hegemony, so we're complicit in a lot of that. But we're also vulnerable and could potentially be invaded by the United States, which is becoming more and more possible. It would have to start with Greenland because they would first have to dismantle the NATO solidarity and see what our allies would do. They're testing the waters. And because Western governments are just so wanting to maintain American allyship and protection, they won't call it out until it's too late. But Canada's also vulnerable because we're the third or fourth biggest provider of oil and natural resources, and everyone wants that in our land. So it just doesn't end, and the governments just keep groveling to this man. The entire United States war machine now isn't even trying to hide their true objectives. They're saying it openly. We want to control everything. We're the superpower. We deserve everything. Unless the rest of the world fully unites in isolating the United States hegemony, this isn't going to end well for anyone.